Hey guys, this is Philip Fortenberry, Fatherhood Revolution. Are you the leader of your house? The leader of your family, your wife, your children? You know, the Bible gives you that position. But I also have to ask you this. How do you lead? How do you decide what that leadership looks like? And particularly if you're raised like me, my example of leadership was a dad who went to church with us. He took us to church. He sat on the end of the pew with us every Sunday. Yet it was that same man who had an affair and required me to keep it a secret from my mom. It was the same man who left us 20 or 25 times in 2 years. It was the same man who lived down the road from me about 1.5 miles, and I rarely saw the man again. So how is it that a man like me, who grew up through that kind of a childhood, is supposed to just move into the role of a leadership of a wife and of ultimately a son and know what to do, how to lead? I didn't ever have that example growing up, and so it leaves me in a bit of a quandary, does it not? Can you relate, guys? How do I lead when I have never first been led? Because I'll tell you, really, before a man knows how to lead, he first needs to learn to follow. He needs to learn to follow a man of God, someone who knows the way, someone who's been there. As a leader of your family, you cannot lead them to a place different from where you are. If you're trapped in bondage to fear, guess where you're going to lead your family to? Bondage to fear. Why? That's where you are. And so I'll tell you, there has never been a greater need, in my opinion, in all of time than there is today for men who are mature, men who are men of God and mature, to lead other men, to mentor other men. But the problem oftentimes becomes, but they don't come to church. Where are those men? I mean, most churches are 2/3, maybe even as much as 3/4 women. And we don't even pull the men in. And we do a lousy job of hanging on to them. And I'll tell you that we have to change that. You can't fix the family if you can't fix men who are the leaders of the family. And that we have to do that. And that's really a lot of what this whole fatherhood revolution is about, is the recognition that, guys, it's broken. We got to fix it. It's up to us. It's up to us. I'm not saying that the ladies are perfect. Yes, they probably have some things they need to work on too. However, to blame our problems on the women is just cowardice. And we have to be accountable for our share. And I'm going to let the ladies police the ladies. And I can tell you this, that it's my belief that most of the women, I believe, would fall into their rightful place within the family as their husband's helpmate if their husbands would just lead. But too many times, guys, we're really bad about isolating ourselves and holding off to the side and fearful of admitting the truth that we need some help, that we've got some areas of fear. We don't know what to do. We don't feel like a leader, or just totally at a loss as to what to do. You cannot conquer what you will not confront, guys. You cannot become an overcomer until you first admit there's something to overcome. And what it is that we have to first overcome is ourself, our own fears, our own doubts. And I want you to know that you can do it. But you might need some help down the road, and I'm here to help you. But I just want you to know, guys, that your family is depending upon you, okay? And so this is Philip Fortenberry about to sign off with Fatherhood Revolution. Just want you to scroll down there and leave me a comment. What is your struggle? What is it that you're trying to overcome? What is it that you're lacking, that you're needing, okay? And so this is Philip Fortenberry signing off with Fatherhood Revolution. I want to encourage you not to forget the young man next door who has no dad when you go on your adventures, because he needs you. And I used to be that kid.